What's up, North Alabama? From Knoxville to South Bend, this week of college football did not disappoint, so let's cap it off with another edition of Trevor's Toast, where we raise our glass to the best things we saw in the SEC this week. Cheers to Ole Miss quarterback Trinidad Chambliss. Last year, he wasn't playing at the Group of 5 level or even the FCS. He transferred from Division II Ferris State, where he led the Terriers to a national championship. Lane Kiffin gave him the start Saturday, and he totaled 415 yards in a win over Arkansas, showing that the Great Lakes Conference translates quite well to the SEC. Who would have known? Cheers to asking the tough questions on Saturday night. A reporter asked Brian Kelly about LSU's sputtering offense. Yes, the Tigers had just beaten Florida thanks to 5 interceptions, but they've averaged just 20 points per game over their 3-0 start. So the question was valid. Kelly, on the other hand, felt a little differently about it.
That football team just worked their tail off to get an SEC win, and you want to know what's wrong. You know what? You're spoiled. You're spoiled. This team is 17-1 at night. 17-1. Give them some respect.
Well, that's a fun way to kick off a press conference. Alabama's press conferences have gotten a lot more cheerful since week 1. The Crimson Tide dismantled Wisconsin to restore a degree of good vibes in T-Town. I want to especially shout out Bray Hubbard. Fans weren't happy with his effort in Tallahassee. He became kind of the scapegoat for the defense that day. He could have lashed out or made excuses. Instead, he's just played with his hair on fire lately, picking off 2 passes against Wisconsin. So shout out to him for moving past week 1. Ty Simpson has also done that, completing a ridiculous 89% of his throws since that trip to Florida. If this elite play continues from him, Alabama's ceiling gets a whole lot higher.
You know, it isn't a talent question, right? I mean, he can throw the ball where it needs to go, and has been super accurate. Unfortunately, we dropped a few balls for him at the end, and we're going to need those. But he's been playing really well the last 2 weeks. I think he's risen to the occasion. We challenged him last week a little bit, and like where his head's at.
All right, cheers to Texas A&M's Nate Borkesher for making the game-winning catch against Notre Dame. Now, drops have been up across college football, so I love seeing a tight end just go up and make a contested play for his quarterback to get them the win. Here's to binding contracts. One signed in 2016 led to Oklahoma playing at Temple on the road in Philadelphia. The Sooners won that strange non-conference game 42-3, setting up for an undefeated top 25 showdown against Auburn next Saturday. The Tigers took their foot off the gas a little bit in the second half against South Alabama, but hey, 3-0 is 3-0. Now we'll see if Auburn can get to 4-0 for the first time since 2019. But to do that, they have to go through Jackson Arnold's former team in Norman.
Just worried about going to practice every day and being the best version of myself, and off the field and watching tape, watching OU, just locking in and doing my job throughout the week. It's nothing more than that. I mean, it's a job for us. I'm gonna go in every day and attack it. Make every day my best day.
So Arnold downplaying his return to Oklahoma, where he was the starter last year, but we'll be making a big deal about it all week long. That'll be one of the biggest matchups in college football this week.